What is defect? What is defect? When we are going to be get the defect? See, whenever we are testing some feature or performing some test case, we will be having expected result, and we are going to be get one result, that is actual result. Both are same innocence, then there is no defect. What we are expecting is different than what we got the result when we perform the test case. Then we are going to be get the, then we can say there is a defect. Suppose I would like to give the two numbers 10 and 5. My requirement is addition of those two. When I am giving that 10 and 5, my expected result is 15. My expected result is 15, but actual result I am getting as 5 only. So there is a defect. There is a defect that we have to identify. Okay. Difference between expected result and actual result while we perform test case. Okay. Why we have defects in the software or application? Why we are going to be get this? See, generally, why we are going to be get the defect? Sometimes there will be the different reasons like this: due to time pressure, due to time pressure. Suppose there is a task we have to complete within a week. Actually, it has to be done in 2 weeks. Actually, it has to be done in 2 weeks, but we have a time pressure to complete that in a week. So then what will happen? Due to that time pressure, sometimes the developer may do some mistakes in it, So because of time pressure, we'll be having the defects. And we have here, due to unskilled resources. Due to unskilled resources also, will be getting the defects. What is meant by unskilled resources? Suppose, as we are the test engineers, we are going to be perform the test cases, and if any bugs is there, with the help of bug tracking tool, we are going to be raise the bug. uh, we are going to be raise the ticket for that particular bug, and we are going to be get the resolution for that particular bug. And also here, the developers who are working previously, they have worked on Java, let me consider, and now the project is going on in .NET. The people ask that resource who has more experience on Java to work on .NET. There is a chance of getting defects. That is unskilled person due to lack of experience in the skill. If the resource is skilled in Java, asking to develop the application in different skills like a Python, .NET and all. Miscommunication between team members. See, usually, if any defect is happened, simply they will blame developers has done the mistake. Only the developers are going to be do the mistake? No, it is not like that. It is not like that. Only developers are doing mistake innocence. That is a wrong. Miscommunication between team. So who and all will comes under the team? Stakeholders in a sense, business analyst, project manager or project lead, and the development team, testing team, everyone will come. So sometimes due to bad design also the project goes wrong. So due to bad development or having more issues in the logic what the developer has developed, because of that also we are going to be get the more defects. We cannot able to say only the developers are going to be do the mistakes. There will be different reasons why the people are doing mistakes. See here different types of testing we have. So majorly the different types of testing is two types. One is manual testing, and the other one is automation testing. Manual testing, in a sense, we are going to be check the application manually. In this manual testing, we are not going to be use any tools, in a sense. We are going to be use some tools, but still we are going to be check it manually. Automation testing, in a sense, by using some tools, we are going to be perform the testing. For that, if it has to be work, first manual test cases we need to convert into automation test scripts. Automation test scripts. So then only it is going to be perform automatically it is going to be execute. Without that, it is not going to be performed. See here, in manual testing, we'll write test cases to check the application. In manual testing, we'll write test cases to test the application. In automation testing, we'll write test scripts to check the application. See here, some points will write. Without manual testing, we cannot automate. Without manual testing, we cannot able to automate the scripts. Test scripts will be there in manual testing only. Test scripts in automation will refer that cases in manual test. So in manual testing, whatever the test cases we have, based on that only we are going to be write the test scripts. See, any new application first we are getting, in a sense, we cannot able to automate it directly. First we have to manually test it before going to be automate it. See, one of the software testing fundamental is 100% automation is not possible. If you want to perform the automation testing also, first we have to perform the manual testing and then we have to automate that. See here, any new application must be manually tested before its testing can be automated. One of the software testing fundamental is 100% automation is not possible. 100% automation will not be possible. See, how to perform manual testing first, we'll discuss. How to perform manual testing. What are the steps to perform manual testing? What are the tests to be performed manual testing? See here, we are going to be read and understand the software project documentation, BRS document or guides. Also study the application under the test, AUT, application under test if available. See here, read and understand, read and understand the software project documentation or guides. Also study application under test, AUT, AUT if available. If available. Next, draft test cases that cover all the requirements what they have mentioned in the documentation. Draft all the requirements what they have mentioned in the documentation. And the next step what we have here is review the test cases with the team lead or client if they are involved in the project. Most of the time in agile methodology, uh, the client is going to be involved into the work. So in that it will be applicable. Review the test cases with the team lead, client if involved. If the client is involved, we will ask them to review the test cases and then execute the test cases on the application under testing. Whatever the reports, just a minute. So sometimes in environment setup of testing, they are not going to be test in only uh, one environment. There will be different test environments, different test environment. Test environment one, test environment two, like that. Different test environments will be there. So because whatever the application they are working, just suppose I'm considering the internet banking application of HDFC. That HDFC bank application, that particular software has to be support to the browser, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, anything. Any browser, if you are using also, it should be compatible with that. Any device, if you are using also, it should be compatible with that. It should not show any UI difference even. UI difference even. So we are going to be conduct the test in different test environments. Report bugs. We are going to be report the bugs, and we are going to be, once bugs are fixed, again we are going to be perform the testing. Once bugs are fixed, again execute the failing test cases to verify they pass along with existing features or existing related features. or requirements. This is the way how we can able to perform the manual testing. This is the way how we are going to be perform manual testing. See, next we will see the differences between manual testing and automation testing. Differences between manual testing and automation testing. Difference between manual and automation testing. See, under manual testing and even automation testing, what will be the differences we'll be having, we'll discuss it. See, under manual testing, human performs the test step by step without test scripts. Human performs the test step by step, step by step without test scripts. Whereas coming to this, so test scripts. Automation testing, here tests are executed automatically via automation frameworks along with other tools and software. Tests are executed automatically via test automation framework. So one of the test automation framework is Selenium. With other tools and software. See here, in manual testing, human tester does it, whereas in automation testing, tool is going to be perform that. Who is going to be write the tool? So test engineer only. Test engineer only. Manual testing is the process in which the quality analyst execute the test one by one in individual manner. Their intention is to catch bugs and feature issues before a software application goes live. Whereas automation testing, in this process, testers utilize some tools and scripts to automate the testing efforts. This is a major difference what we are having. See, in manual testing, QA engineers, quality analyst engineers, will be involved in a high manner in each and every step, or everything from the test case creation to actual test execution. They are going to be involved in writing the test cases and executing the test cases as well. But whereas coming to the automation testing, the testers writing the test scripts that automate test execution. See, in manual testing, both test case preparation and execution of those test cases also will be involved by the human only. But whereas coming to the automation testing, here the testers are going to be write the scripts, and that scripts is going to be execute the test cases. Suppose a test script is a set of instructions to be performed on target platforms. I'm going to be write a task like, when the application, or sorry, when the test script is started running, first it need to open the browser. Which browser we are choosing, that browser, which browser we have given, that browser it has to be open. After opening the browser, it has to be give the URL give the URL www.gmail.com, and it has to be click on enter, or else key press will be there. Then everything we are going to be write the test scripts using Selenium and some other frameworks. And then after that, it will enters into the login page of Gmail. Their user ID and password we are going to be enter everything we are going to be write the test cases. If it is not automation, manually the people are going to be write the test cases, and they are going to be uh, execute the test cases. See that I'm going to be right here. It requires analyst and QA engineers to be highly involved in everything from test case creation to test case execution. So here testers writing test scripts that automate test execution. That is how it is going to be performed. A test script is a set of instructions to be performed on target platforms to validate a feature or expected outcome. Just they're going to be observe this. After writing the test cases, they're going to be run this. This is a major difference what we have in between manual testing and automation testing. Remaining we'll see in the next case, next session.